This is a video about my rocket motor test stand. So this is the control box here. The control box is connected up to two sensors. One of them is a pressure sensor. The other one is a load cell which measures the thrust. And then you have a switch here to arm the system, the fire button, and then over here is the cable that goes over to the test stand and is hooked up to the rocket motor, which goes here. This test stand has this 3D printed part that holds everything together. Down the bottom is where the load cell is, and this is a pressure sensor coming out here to the pressure sensor located here. And all that gets recorded. Here you can see here that right now the load cell is reading 0 force. The voltage of the lithium polymer battery inside is 12.27 volts, and the pressure is essentially 0. All this data gets stored on an SD card, which goes in here. And there's also a port here to program the microcontroller that's inside here. This here is a charging port to charge the lithium polymer battery, 12-volt battery that's inside. And if I were to do a launch, I would first arm the system here, and then I'd push the fire button. And now I get a countdown. So it's counting out the seconds. And at the end of the countdown, it would normally automatically fire the motor. It just would be firing right now. And then it does 10 seconds of data acquisition. Normally the burns are like 2 or 3 seconds. So that's plenty of time to catch the full burn. And all that data gets recorded, as I said, on the SD card at 90 samples a second. And that's it. So you see here the face plate of the thrust stand, essentially what was seen in the video, but this is the CAD drawing. All this was printed on my 3D printer, so you can see all the different cutouts. Like here's for the LCD screen, the different buttons here, the on-off power button, the arm button here, the fire button over here. Here's the load and pressure sensor hookups, the connector that goes out to the igniter, to light the igniter. The SD port is here, the SONALERT is here, and other connectors over here. But it's much more than that, because on the back side you can see that you have all these standoffs for the different components that are mounted here, and they're at different heights, so the standoffs, so the parts can be at the proper height. Here you got the place for the SD card, the SONALERT. This is the tray for the battery. The battery slips into this tray here, and then through these slots here, you can see these slots that go through with the Velcro straps that holds the battery in place. And so that's how this thing was 3D printed and then put into a little suitcase, a little carrying case, as you saw in the video. So once the burn is finished, I take the SD card and put it in my computer and download all the data into an Excel spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet derives the performances and plots the performances of the motor. In this case, it was a single grain 38 millimeter test grain that I commonly use. That's that size of grain, and you can see the two plots. The first plot here in red is the pressure data. So the pressure went up to about 1100 psi, which is typical for that 38/120 casing. It can actually withstand even more than that, but this is a good operational pressure here. And then you can see the thrust curve here, and this thrust curve comes directly from the data of the load cell converted into newtons. And you can see, of course, it has a shape very similar to the pressure, which is totally logical. And then the Excel spreadsheet calculates the total impulse of the motor up here. So you can see 116 Newton seconds, and the average impulse 59, and the burn time about 2 seconds. So this is a performance very similar to common composite fuels like White Lightning, and it's actually a bit more powerful than White Lightning. I made this propellant to produce lots of white smoke, and if I were to produce a propellant without the white smoke, that would just be to get the highest impulse possible, I can get up to around 130 or maybe even more in total impulse with a different formulation. So that's the fun of making your own motors. You can make the performances and the type of smoke and the type of flame that you want to have yourself, and then make the motors yourself.